He has been involved with a prison ministry, okay, after he was released several years ago. No, I'm just kidding. He is fully reformed, you know, but check the, that's why we have put plastic silverware out here today, so, no, I'm just kidding. But the name of the ministry is Kairos. Did I pronounce that correctly? He's been involved in it for 2.5 years or so. And he's going to talk about the impact this ministry has. It's an international ministry, and within 38 states here in the United States. And he's got some information to share about it. And he's got, if anybody's interested, he's got some brochures that he's got them over there and everything like that. So let's give George a round of applause and bring him on up here. Okay?
Right, you let me out for today, so I'm doing good here. My name is George Pudiak, and I have volunteered for Kairos Prison Ministry, like you said, for 2.5 years. And I'll just tell you a little bit about myself first. Okay, my name is George Pudiak. I'm divorced and have been remarried for 42 years and have 2 children, George and Melissa, 6 grandchildren. I'm 78 years young, born January 17, 1946. I'm a Vietnam veteran, 67 to 73. I'm a recovering alcoholic, 41 years. While working on my addiction, I joined a gym, became a competitive bodybuilder, competing in the Masters for over 40 competitors. Won 3 titles, Connecticut, New York State, and Long Island. I reside in Del Webb, Spruce Creek, Summerfield. And I am involved with Kairos Prison Ministry for 2.5 years. It's an international ministry located in 10 different countries, 38 states, and volunteers serving over 500 prisoners in 3 million hours of service with a price tag of $36 million annual dollars. Counties include Australia, Canada, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Dominican Republic, Honduras, Peru, South Africa, and the U.S. Volunteers conduct over 600 weekends in prisons and communities annually in the U.S. and worldwide. Kairos is blessed by more than 30,000 volunteers worldwide, serving in 500 locations. Kairos began its ministry in 1976 with 9 men in Florida. Under the name of Cursillo. In 1978, its name was changed to Kairos, a Greek term meaning God's special time. The program is now called Kairos Inside Prison Ministry. The theme of Kairos is listen, listen, love, love. We are to do more listening and less preaching. We have been chosen by God to help people, not to fix people. That's God's job. We are to love participants. We, the team, are the administrators and officers on behalf of Christ. Honest listening is an act of love. Our local volunteer ministers to prisoners in MCCI in Marion County. Every Saturday for about 3 hours we go into the prison. Then we go into the prison for 4 days every couple months. And it is very rewarding seeing the prisoners transform into God's loving children. Praying together, singing together, sharing their stories and their lives. We work from tables of 6 to 8 inmates, with 1 volunteer per table. Following the Kairos program manual. If you can grab it, this is their manual. This is our guidelines. It's pretty big. We bring in coffee every Saturday for the prisoners. And we also give them breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 4 days when we go in for 4 days. Our money comes from churches and fundraisers, and that's how we survive. I'll just read you a quick list of the states that we're in. I already mentioned the countries. We are in Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Mississippi, Missouri, Nebraska, New Hampshire, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, and South Carolina, and still growing. So it's very rewarding. At the end of our Saturdays or our times, we always read the Serenity Prayer. They always talk to us with the Serenity Prayer, so I won't go through that. You kind of know what that is. I can if you want. Let's see. On our 4 days, at the end of our 4 days, we have transformed a lot of men in there. And at the end of 4 days, we write them a letter from us, how we appreciate what we were doing for them and how they appreciate us. One of the little letters or little cards like this, one that I had wrote up, is that you must be willing to wait without giving up. After you have done what God wants, you too, God will give you what He's promised. Hebrews 6:12. Be like those who have faith and have not given up. Walk in love, brothers. The Lord has your back. New Christian brother, that's me, George Budiak. Those of us who belong to Christ have nailed our sinful selves on His cross. Our sinful desires are now dead. Walk with Jesus, walk in love. Looking forward. See you next time. We just recently had a prisoner get out 2 weeks ago. He was in there for over 10 years. So this is kind of something we just started, something new. We took him out to breakfast at Denny's, and we talked to him, and he talked to us. And he was in tears, this guy. It was like, put me in tears. The appreciation. He had no family, no friends out there. We were friends, we were his father, we were his brother, we were everything. And that's the way it is when we go inside the prison. They look so forward to us. A lot of them don't have families or friends out there, and they're kind of on their own when they get out there. We do have some of our women ministers that pick up for about 2 or 3 days or a week sometimes before their discharge, and they talk to them because if you're in there for a long time, it's kind of different out there. It's not the same as it was, so they kind of adapt them into what's going on in the real world now. So that's a good thing too. So, that's me. I personally get a lot out of it. We are helping them, but it warms my heart to see the transformation in short time of these prisoners. I mean, some of them real hardcore stuff. When they come in new, they get a movement all the time, so we work with a lot of new ones. You can see their faces are just depressed and they don't know where they are, they don't know what to do. By the time they leave us, they are smiling, hugging each other, hugging us. I mean, it's just, it's an amazing sight to see, it really is. And it just warms my heart to see it, that's for sure, you know. And that's why I'm there. He put me there. I volunteered, but he put me there. He's he's making my journey wherever I'm going. And being a reformed alcoholic, a broken man, I could relate to a lot of what they're going through in there. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And I guess that's why the Lord put me there. So it's like AA or any other organization. It's, if you've been in a certain spot, you can relate to certain people. And I guess that's why I'm there. We have in our group, 4 ex-cons, so they can relate to who's in there, and they really look up to them. And they're a big help for our ministry too. And it's, like I say, it's just an amazing thing. I'm glad that the Lord put me there, and I'm glad that He put me here. This is my first talk outside the prison. I talk in the prison, but it's the first time. So I'm trying to do the best I can. I hope you enjoyed it. And if there's any questions, please come over and talk to me.
I got a question while
Sure.
you're up there, George. These 4 people that you said you got on your team that are ex-cons, are they local here? I mean, is your group local, or how does, which group you're working with here?
Yeah, I'm not allowed to talk about the prisoners when they get out, Some of them are local from Florida.
Well, I'm just talking about your team. I mean.
Oh, the team, our team, yes, I'm sorry, yes, they're mostly from Ocala.
Oh, okay.
I'm from Del Spruce Creek, so, but most of them from Ocala, yeah. But it doesn't matter, you can go from wherever you, it's a long ride from here to the prison, but that doesn't matter, if you're willing to be a volunteer, and that's what they're looking for all the time, volunteers. We can use whoever, We go in, we have anywhere between 20 and 25 now, but we were working, the last time I was in, it was 82 prisoners, so we have a table of 6 to 8, and we work with them. The main thing we try to do is get these prisoners to talk to each other. Men have a tough time talking about their situations, or to each other sometimes. And when you see them talking to each other about their situation, why they're there, what they've done, and sharing with each other, puts growth in them. It's all about the Lord. And I'll tell you, we just let one guy out, and he's just full of God, full of the Lord right now. We took him to St. Pete's, and he didn't like it there where we took him so we had to move him over to Ocala, to a halfway house. So he's in a halfway house in Ocala now. Yesterday I got a text from him thanking me for working with him. And he said he loved me. He said, I love you. So that's a prisoner. That's to me very rewarding. It's like, hits your heart. It's like amazing. So, and a lot of them are like that. Like you said, unfortunately, a lot of them come from either broken marriages or no fathers. The woman gets pregnant and has this child, and when it becomes a teenager, then what are they going to do? They're going to go out and fend for themselves. So they go out and they commit crime and they get caught. I mean, I haven't done a lot of things they've done, but I wasn't an innocent boy. I sinned a lot. We all sinned.
Sure.
They got caught. So we're trying to help them the best we can, and it's working. We love it.
Well, let me ask you another question.
Sure.
You said most of these men don't have families. They don't have.
Well, I said most, a lot.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But the point is, when they are released, is there some program that they get into to help them? I mean, good grief, I can't imagine going out
That's
there
us.
with my pockets empty.
They give you $40 today and you're off.
Really?
With our program, we were fortunate enough, because I worked with this gentleman, that we took him out to lunch. We met him right at the gate, coming out, and we took him out for lunch and talked to him, but that doesn't happen. If they weren't part of our Kairos program, you're on your own. If you have family, they'll pick you up, or friends, they may pick you up. If you have nobody, then the $40, I don't even know if give you a bus ticket today, I'm not sure. So, no, there's no help after out, that's it. Yes, sir.
First of all, George, thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
It's got to be very, very rewarding.
Yeah.
After they're released, is there any place in your organization where you find work for
No, we send them to halfway house. That's where this guy that just got out, they in turn either find them work or try to work with them to get back into society. We don't do that. We can, but we have to be careful that we don't get too close. We want to be friends, but we don't really know what they're all about, all of them. So we kind of stay distance, help them out, and make a phone call or something like that. We have a couple guys that do go out to lunch with them or whatever. Someone that's been out for a little while. But no, they're on their own, they're on their own. And a lot of them, like I say, they come from broken houses with no father, just a mother, and she does the best she can as far as making money, trying to support her, but she's not there. And then they grow up to do whatever they can to survive. So, yes, sir.
Describe what you do. You said you sit down at a table with 4 or 5 other guys. Explain to me the process of what you do when you go into the prisons. How does it work?
When we sit at tables, we have this manual, and we have certain talks that we do with them start, and then we leave it up to them to talk to each other. That's the whole concept, to get them to share with each other. Because when we're not there, and we only go in on Saturdays, or every quarter we'll go in for 4 days, so we have developed a ministry inside Kairos amongst the prisoners, so we have prisoners that run it and talk to them all the time. They're working all the time. So that we don't, it's not just drop when we're in there and then we leave. So they're also carrying on with all their studies and whatever that we leave behind there. And that helps them. It really helps them. It's amazing, I say, when you see their faces coming in scared, not even knowing what's going on, because they're usually brought in from other prisoners that been in the program, and then just to watch them. I do it all the time. They're so quiet. You know, so I had a guy sitting next to me one time. He didn't say anything, and this is when I was new. It's been 2.5 years, so I didn't know what to do. That's when I asked one of my guys. I said, "Well, how do I handle this?" So we finally broke him loose, and he started talking. He wouldn't shut up. He was running the table, you know. So it's that kind of situation, you know. We're not psychiatrists, we're not therapists, we just do the best we can with what we got. Because there's certain situations you don't want to go there, you're not qualified. So if it gets to a point where there's really some real heavy issues, then we have people who take care of that too. Yes, sir.
So what are your accommodations when you go and live there for 4 days?
We don't have any accommodations in the prison. We stay in a campground outside the prison. We stay in, it's about a half hour away, Silver Springs. And we go in every day from 7 in the morning to 7 at night. It's a long day. And that doesn't include us getting a bite to eat, whatever we can eat in there. We give them good food, we feed them in there too. And that comes from donations from churches, fundraisers, whatever we can do to get monies to feed them. We give them coffee every time we go in, sometimes little pastries or something like that, just to make them happy. So,
Okay, thank you.
yeah. Anybody else?
Jordan,
Yes.
I just,
Want to use this one?
No, I was just going to say, I don't want to take anything away from George,
No.
but as most of you know, I was a prison chaplain early on, and Kairos is the one program that I believe is the strongest program going into prisons for a couple of reasons. Number one, when they go in these 4-day weekends, it's kind of like a retreat. You get to pull the guys out of the routine, and you kind of have for 4 days, you're kind of working together, and they love on them, they feed them well. It creates an atmosphere where it does break down some of these barriers. They begin to talk one another. It's kind of the talks are directed toward leading them spiritually, but the thing is so neat about it, the reason it's so effective is because most prison ministries go in and try to preach or do a sermon, run around. They come in with some big thing, swoop,
Right.
in and out. It's kind of, the white knight runs in and then comes back out. The thing about Kairos is they commit to go back. They continue going back in and develop these ongoing things, so they build the relationships. And it's really a great program. If anybody is at all intrigued, I would really recommend that you maybe see if you can't volunteer, because I think it's the most powerful ministry that goes on in prisons from my perspective.
I have some little brochures if anybody's interested. You can take one home and read about it and everything. Like I say, I don't know why I'm there. The Lord put me there, but I'm very grateful that He did that for me. Growing in my life and my situations, my alcoholism and all that, it's rewarding to try to help somebody else grow and find a life afterwards. So that's our whole purpose. We read scriptures, we do stuff like that, but it's more of a personal thing that we want them to share with each other. And they all have Bibles. They'll read scripture. Sometimes I turn around and say, I know that, but I can't read it, and not even reading it, just coming out of them, because they don't have anything to do with it, just what they do, you know? But it's a great thing to hear and see them doing that. Not only for themselves, for the other prisoners hearing this, and last time I was in, I heard a couple of guys say, well, they're wondering why I'm smiling and why I'm like, what's going on? So that's the thing right there. It's Kairos. It's the ministry that makes them a different person. Now that makes it grow. I started 2.5 years ago, about 40 guys. Now we're at 82. We're almost going up to 100 pretty soon. We probably will very shortly. So you could see it growing within, and that's from the prisoners. They helping each other. They want a piece of it. They want some of that. So. Yes, sir.
What prison or prisons do you attend or go to?
We go to Marion County,
Oh,
Marion County, MCCI. I have credentials, I left my badge home. I can go in any prison in the state of Florida. I've been cleared for that. If anybody wants to get interested, you have to be cleared, you have to have fingerprints, you get mug shots. You go through quite a process just to get to this point. And every time we go in, even though they know me, I still have to show my badge, I have to show my credentials, and I go through 3 gates to get to where we're supposed to be. So it's pretty secure, but it's good.
George,
Yes,
how did you get involved? How did you personally get involved in this? Somebody invite you in, or?
yes. From our church, a guy asked me, would you like to go and see what prison ministry is about? I don't know if I want to do that. So I went, and I went around with him for maybe 3 meetings that we had, and it didn't take long. I could see what was going on. The first time I went in, I was shaking in my boots. I said, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I don't know anything. But after I seen what was going on, seeing them open up and seeing the transformations going on, I mean, it just grabbed me, got me. I'm there. I'm there as long as they want me. Even in here, we're in Satan's house. When we go into the prison or we go up for a talk like this, we get prayed on. After the talk, we get prayed on. Because we've seen stuff happen from Satan. One guy fell down on his face, so he's in there. And being prayed on, that helps us get through everything. So it is pretty intense, but very rewarding.
Yeah, George, I have a question, because you said you get text messages from these inmates. You get text messages from these inmates. But don't you have to be careful about releasing, that they don't know where your address is or anything like that?
The ones that they released have to go through the chaplain. And they have a talk with the chaplain. They, in turn, will talk to us about what these prisoners are about, even if there's background that could be a problem. So we're pretty safe as far as that goes. He just doesn't release anybody to us. Even the men that are in with us, they have to go through the chaplain. He screens them, and not that something can happen, anything can happen, but he screens them, and that makes us feel good too. So, and the Lord has us all the way. So
They tell prison guards that.
we have guards everywhere we
Can't let
go.
anyone know your address or how.
I have a beeper when we go in. I forgot to tell you that. As soon as we get in the door, we show our badge, blah blah blah. You have to strip down. Your shoes come off. Your belt buckle comes off. Any metal. You have to leave most of your stuff in the car. You can't take a wallet in. You can't take a phone in. Smart watches you can't take in. This is okay, because anything that they can have a way to communicate to the outside, they have to be careful with. So even now, there's a new thing come up that even if we have a pen, we have to put the pen in there. Because I guess there's some kind of thing that they can put in the stem of the pen or whatever to communicate. I don't know. But all I know is and your glasses too. So your glasses go in there. So and we have guards as soon as we go in. They walk us through. There's 1, 2, 3 gates before we get to them. So they walk us all the way down. And you have your beeper too. So you get your beeper first thing you get in there. So, and it's on a belt. If any tries to pull it or anything like that, it goes off. They know right where you are at any point in time. There's a safety precaution. So we feel comfortable with that too. So. Anybody else? Well, I thank you for having me here, and I hope you got something out of it. And if there's any questions, I'll be right over here in the corner. You can come and address me over there. And I have these pamphlets about our prison ministry, so thank you very much.
That's a long thing to do.
You know, they put these guys in prison to change them because they did something wrong.